Hi guys, it's Rhona back again. Sorry for the mess of my room. You can see it's laundry day behind me. Today I'm going to be doing the first in hopefully a series of videos called Let's Look. And as promised, I am going to be taking a closer look at the Disney Pixar Brave Steelbook and also the Disney Frozen Steelbook. Now, as I mentioned in my haul video yesterday, both these steelbooks are from Zavvi. The original cost was around £20 each, and as I mentioned, I bought both of these, well, I pre-ordered both of these at the same time, so they were both on the same Zavvi order. Now Frozen was released about a week before Brave was, so between Zavvi charging and sending me Frozen and them trying to charge me for Brave, I actually lost my bank card. So, well, I misplaced my bank card. It was eventually found in my horse's stable. But anyway, I had to obviously cancel my bank card with my bank and didn't really think anything more of it until I got an email from Zavvi saying that there had been a payment processing problem for this steelbook. So the tone of the email basically made it sound like as soon as I'd updated my payment information, then the steelbook would be sent, because it was just sitting there waiting for me in the warehouse. So I went online to my Zavvi account and basically updated all my payment information, added my new card on, and there wasn't really any clear kind of user intuitive step to do next. So I emailed them through their customer kind of service web form and just said, look, you've sent me an email about like a payment problem for this order. I've updated it, my payment information, so can you just take the payment now? And basically they emailed me back and said because it had been through PayPal that they hadn't been able to take the money, then there was nothing they could do. All I had to do was like cancel the order and reorder to make sure that my payment went through this time. But the problem with that is that the Brave Steelbook was now out of stock. And I thought, what really is the chances of me cancelling my order and then immediately being able to add that particular order back to my bag again? Pretty small. So I wasn't very happy with that, and I emailed them back and said, look, is there no way you can just like update my payment information, because obviously this item that I want is now out of stock. And in their reply, they didn't even really address my question. They just basically said again that there's nothing they can do about the PayPal payment, which isn't really what I was asking in the first place. I mean, it can't really be that hard to just change the payment information. Certainly you can do it on other websites, you can change your payment method, so I don't really see what's so hard about doing it on Zavvi. And again, they told me just to cancel the order. So at this point I was just so frustrated, I was just ready to cancel it anyway. So I went back onto my account online, but the option to actually cancel it, because it had been purchased with like Frozen at the same time and Frozen had already been sent out, for some reason that meant that the option to cancel Brave was no longer available, and it basically said contact your customer services. But by this point I'm just so fed up of the whole Zavvi website that I thought, you know what, I can just sit there. If they really want it cancelled, they can do it themselves. I don't understand why they don't just cancel it if they know there's nothing they can do. I mean, the original email that they sent me made it sound like if I updated my payment information, then, you know, my steelbook would be sent to me. But they were just absolutely so unhelpful. So there was apparently no way they could just update my payment information and send me the steelbook. That's the first time that I've heard about Zavvi's kind of bad customer service. I've heard about people buying steelbooks and they come badly packaged, they're damaged, that kind of thing, but this is the first time that I've really had any problems with them. I was just so annoyed that I ended up paying £10 more than the retail price for the steelbook, because it's a really nice looking steelbook. It's one that I really wanted in my collection. So I went onto eBay and bought it from a seller for around £10 more than the retail price. Literally 5 minutes later, the item comes back into stock on the Zavvi website. Just my luck, really. Ironically, also a couple of days after all this happened, I got an email from Zavvi saying, you know, rate your recent purchase from our website. So that was funny. I was so annoyed that I planned to, I was planning just to boycott Zavvi, just never use them again, until I realised that a lot of my pre-orders with them were now out of stock and on that website and on other websites. And additionally, they do a lot of kind of Zavvi exclusive things that I like, so I really taught them and I didn't cancel any of my pre-orders. But anyway, let's crack on with having a look at these Steelbooks. I'm not really your typical girl. I don't really enjoy a lot of the classic kind of Disney movies. I don't like Snow White, don't like Sleeping Beauty, don't like Cinderella. I think they're really boring. I do like 101 Dalmatians. But I think recently the movies they've been putting out have been a bit more kind of up to date. It's a bit less of the helpless princess and a bit more of the strong independent woman kind of genre. And I think that both these movies, Frozen and Brave, are really good examples of this. Obviously here you have Anna, who goes searching for her sister Elsa, takes a death blow for her, isn't afraid to not fall in love at first sight, or, well, she does make the mistake of falling in love at first sight and it turns out the guy's an asshole, which happens in real life as well. So, yeah. This one I've showed you a little bit yesterday. This is part of the Zavvi kind of Disney Classic Steelbook range, and it says Classics number 52 on the side. So as I said yesterday, there is no actual movie title or anything on the front of here, which is really good. It's kind of lets the kind of cover art just speak for itself. So you have Elsa on the front in full kind of Snow Queen form. On the back you have Sven, guy that I can't remember the name of, Anna and Olaf, the little snowman here. So it is really, really nice kind of cover art. There's no real text or blurb to detract from the art at all. Then on the inside, this is the double play with the 3D Blu-ray and just the normal Blu-ray. So the 3D Blu-ray does actually have some artwork on it, again. But the normal Blu-ray is just blue basically. And on the inside you can see, here's Anna down the bottom here, coming up to see her sister's kind of snow palace. So quite nice artwork on the inside too. These Steelbooks don't seem to come with the Disney reward codes, which is a little bit annoying because I do like to collect them just for the sake of getting a free movie. I have heard that if you take a photo of your Steelbook and then email it to the Disney Movie Reward Company, you will be credited the points, but I haven't tried it and it's not really something that I'm going to do. I don't really have time for it. Now, moving on to Brave. This is really one of my kind of favourite Disney Pixar movies recently. Mostly just because, you know, it's based in Scotland. It's got Billy Connolly in it. The heroine is, you know, a little ginger-haired, kind of messy-haired girl. And she has a horse as a best friend. I really, really love the horse Angus. He's just, I love the way he's animated. You can tell he's supposed to be a Clydesdale, which is obviously a Scottish breed of horse. So let's just start opening it up if I can find my scissors. I'm always scared when I open these that I'm going to score the size of them, so I have to do it really, really carefully. There we go. So obviously here we have the J card with the movie name, Disney Pixar Brave, PG. On the back it has the blurb about just the movie, It has the credits, your information on kind of what it was filmed in. And it's actually the same as the kind of normal 1-disc Blu-ray. The blurbs are the same there. Although different kind of cover art on the front here. Oh, this is nice. So this is the first time I've opened this. Oh, there's a little... Oh, there is a little dent. Well, not dent. There is a little kind of sticky thing stuck to it, but anyway. So now, taking the J card off, you can see it still has Brave on the bottom, but this is kind of embossed text with kind of a Celtic design. I don't know how well you can see that. It's quite hard to actually get a good kind of image of it because it is like a really high gloss cover. Angus and Merida seem to be kind of matte, and then all around it is more kind of metallic kind of gloss. And I noticed last night when I was looking at it in the cover that Merida's eyes actually seem quite metallic, and if you tilt it a certain way, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Maybe if you tilt it just there, you can see there's kind of reflection of my curtains here, but you can see that her eyes kind of flash blue. The art on the back is obviously Merida's kind of triplet brothers. I think they're called Hamish, Hubert and Harris. Then on the inside, oh, this one actually does come with Disney movie rewards. I'll cover up. Yep, so that's nice. Oh, and the 2 discs, again we have the 3D disc with Merida and her bow there. And also just the normal Blu-ray does actually have artwork on it this time, which is nice. And then the inner artwork here is kind of family scene, Merida, her brothers, her dad, her mum sitting around the table. So I've moved it away from the window so you can hopefully get a better shot here. So here's Merida with her little brothers, her dad and her mum, just sitting around the table. And this again, the back artwork here. Brave as well has some really good themes in it, you know, just with the kind of conflict between Merida and her mum. Her mum kind of wants her to be just the perfect little girl, and I think she's kind of trying to push that image onto Merida, who just wants to really be herself, wants to be a bit of a tomboy, wants to run around, ride her horse, shoot her arrows, that kind of thing. So I think the Brave really shows you that you need to kind of accept your family for who they are. Frozen as well, as I've just mentioned, you know, it's got a strong female character in it. And I think it also has the message that you should accept yourself for who you are, because obviously Elsa has these kind of powers that she's been trying to hide. She's been trying to keep them from everyone. She's scared of how people will treat her. People will find out that she's different. So there we have it. A closer look inside the Brave Steelbook and the Frozen Steelbook. I think that both of these are really, really nice kind of examples of like Steelbook art, and I think Zavvi are really doing a good job with putting out their Disney and their Pixar collections. Although I'm not really collecting all of them, because as I've mentioned, I don't really love the Disney movies as much as most people do. So I'm really just going for the ones where I really, really like the movies, or I think the artwork's really nice. One that I would really love to have is like Wreck-It Ralph. I think that I might have to pick that up on eBay at some point. But yeah, despite all the drama of actually trying to get the 2 of them, I'm really glad that I have them in my collection, especially this one. I think it's turned out to be one of my favourites. So I just want to say thank you for everyone that's subscribed so far and everyone that's liked my videos so far. I hope they are interesting, and you know, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of my videos, what you think maybe of Zavvi's customer service, if you've had any problems with them, you know, and hit subscribe if you like what you see and you want to see more. Okay, thanks, bye! can hear a really weird noise in my house. It's very distracting. Yep. My unboxing of talking shit.